University of Phoenix Stadium here in Glendale. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Mexico City Diablos and the Arizona Cardinals. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Second down following the run.
Got double tight. Double tight. Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Alert.
Again, it's Johnson. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. Here we go now. 3-19.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Screen play, Johnson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. This will be fielded at the 17. Uses the spin. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Take this one down to about the 46-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
So 2nd down, 3 yards to go now.
Tight end right. Tight end right. Alert. Here we go.
Out of the gun, Dobbs. And this is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here. That looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Here we go. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Here we go. Flex round. Kill.
And to give this time to the tailback. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Here we go.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there is the right call.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Tight end to the right, boys. Tight end to the right. Move. Set. 3-19. 3-19.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
He'll look to throw. And finding Fedorowicz. Give him 5 on the play there. And it'll give the Cardinals a 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain.
All right, here we go.
Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Let's go. White 90.
Hey,
White 90.
You're on an island.
On 1st down, Dobbs to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. The 20. Touchdown. A big play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And his guys have taken a 1st quarter lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Here we go. What? 90.
On 1st and 10, Dobbs. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it. Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right. Come on, let's go. What? 90.
Dobbs. And that is incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
Let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. So on 4th down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the defense gets the pick. The offense, Charles, they go backwards, but they do get 3 points.
Very happy to get to 3, but you know who's happier? The defensive team on the other side. They shut them down after the turnover.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And on 2nd and 10 now.
Double tight, double tight. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Come on, let's
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got some space here. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Man left. Come on, let's go.
On 2nd down, Dobbs. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. From the 2-yard line now, it's 1st and goal.
Tight end left.
Shift together here from the D-line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Here we go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. It's a big play there. 48 yards.
Watch tight end. Tight right. Let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Come on, let's go.
And on the ground they go with a running back. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. Gets past one man. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
So the D-line's going to spread out.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there.
Blue 90! Blue 90! Mike's 50, Mike's 50!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Double tight, double tight. Four down, four down. Blue 90! Blue 90! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky Leopard! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Woo-hoo! Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
That's it. That's it. Big hit. Set! 319! 319! Mike's 50! All right. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there.
They'll set up to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hurry up, here we go. Hey, 319! 319! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! No, here we go. Check. Patriot! Blue 90! Under crunch.
Back to throw again. And that's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store.
Double tight, double tight. Hey! Set! 319! Four down, four down.
They'll look to throw again. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was David Johnson, and that'll make it 3rd down.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw. And that's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And this one is right through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. Well, their offense has struggled for sure, but they get the field goal here and at least get on the board before half.
And that's not something we should underestimate, because just getting points on the board can sometimes have a settling effect on a team. Helps them start their comeback.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go, and move on to the next series.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Come on, let's go.
Dobbs now on second down. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. The 30. 10, 5, and touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. Ooh, with a juke. Oh, then the spin. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Hurry up, hurry up.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
All right, here we go.
On second down, Johnson. Powerful running. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. The Cardinals on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Single. Now let's go. 3, 9, 2.
They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 4 down. Set. 3, 19.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
All right, here we go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that's caught inside the 35. Give him 30 yards there. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. A gain of 32 that time.
Over. All right, here we go. Green 39. Here we go now.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Double tight. Here we go now. Green 39.
He'll drop to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense so far on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at a third and goal here.
Here we go now. 319.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And his kick is indeed good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So a field goal here, they're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Man, I got you. Let's go! Brad 38!
Dobbs looking to throw on first down. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
You don't know no better. Let's go! Brad 38!
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Reset, cut right. Coming. All right, here we go. 319.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
Green, 39.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Read it well, and it's picked. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on down to our studios in Orlando, where standing by is Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Brandon Graham not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
What's left? What's left? Let's go!
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Partner, I think the easy thing now would be to just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where it doesn't work running the ball. It doesn't work running the ball. And then something pops, and now you get something going. I'm not so sure that you just abandon your game plan this early in the second half.
Dobbs is throwing. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Now let's go! Detroit! Detroit! Check. Whip. Watch the whip.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
Let's go, D. Now let's go! Green, 39! 50. Hey, let's get in them holes!
Johnson, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
We got three. Hurry up, here we go. 3, 9.
Back to throw here. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Tight end right. 3 down. Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Let's go. Defense.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Tight end to the right, boys. Tight end to the right. Move. Here we go.
Out of the gun, Dobbs. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game.
Come on, let's go.
Back to throw Downs. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. A good pickup there, a 22.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
First and 10, Dobbs. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Offense comes to the line now, first and 10.
Watch tight. Tight end right. Here we go. 90.
Now they try the right side here. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
On second down, Dobbs. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. And tough starting field position here.
Double tight, guys, double tight. We got 4. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Mike 15. Mike 15.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Second down following the incompletion.
Double tight, double tight. Here we go now. 3-19.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set.
Got double tight, double tight. Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
They go play action here on first down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Looking to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Man left, man left. Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll set up a throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Watch 88. Watch 88.
set up to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
All right, here we go. Green, Detroit. Here we go. Detroit. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Underneath for Johnson. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. And here now the offense heading back out there. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And now the offense operates in the red zone.
Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left.
Come on, let's go. Ohio. Come on, let's go. Grand 38.
47.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
They can't hold it, coach.
Now the extra point.
Let's go.
And they open the lead up now to 25 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This will be fielded at the 8. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Johnson was the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Four down.
He'll look to throw. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Blitz.
Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39! In the face.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to find his man. That's Tavon Austin. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So the offense has it 1st and 10. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Single receiver.
Now let's go!
He'll look to throw. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
That's it, baby. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Set!
Even, even. 4 down. Even.
They'll look to throw. Austin's got it left side. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Set!
Hey. 4 down.
They'll drop to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Screenplay, Johnson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
All right, here we go. Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Watch the curl.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. 14 yards there on the pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
You're not ready.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw now on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Through an opening, and there he goes. 20, 10, and he will score. It's a touchdown.
Going the other way.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, they give
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They've got this big lead. They said, forget one. We want two. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
Start the drive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Second down now after the incompletion. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Mike 50.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. His throw incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and it's third down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Set. 3-19. Mike's 50.
They're going to look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play, and pretty much...
He's got a man complete. 30. Past the 20. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And his kick is right through. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put